Jack Johnson, welcome to the project. Great to see you again. It's been a pretty hectic time. This feels about the right moment for some more Jack Johnson, I've got to say.
Thanks. That's a nice thing to say. It's been 5 years. I don't know where the time went. It's been writing a bunch of music, and it was finally time to put it all together, I guess. So here we are.
I think it's fair to say that a theme through this new music is being present, being in the moment. You don't strike me as someone that gets particularly stressed. Does Jack Johnson have stressy days?
I do. I mean, right now, look, I'm on a big TV show. This is stressful as it gets right here. My friends always tell me, like, you seem way calmer on TV. Like, it's funny. Like, if you could meet my friends, they're all way mellower than I am. They all think of me as like this really competitive one. Whenever we play like bocce ball or ping pong or something, it's like I'm really trying pretty hard to win. And then they're like, how do you get labeled as the mellow guy? What happened there, you know? It's funny.
So this is the big story that we've uncovered, is that you're not actually mellow. You are a very aggressive ping ponger.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go yell at somebody as soon as we're off this thing right now.
Jack Johnson.
I caught up with Jack just hours after playing on Jimmy Kimmel.
It feels like it's all closing in. All the lies we won't cross for Independence Day.
He'd usually be the star of the night, unless, of course, the other guest is the President of the United States. What is that like?
Oh, it was crazy. I mean, I knew I was going to be on Kimmel for a little while, and then it was just a few days ago that we learned that Joe Biden was the guest. And it was like two ships passing in the night, though. I mean, they were on their own trip, and there was lots of Secret Service and police everywhere. It was kind of like hard to get around LA today.
I've been in those sort of US political bubbles when they do the overseas trips, and it's pretty intense, it's pretty insane. Do you feel uncomfortable around all of that stuff?
Well, I'm not around it too much. It's been only a few times. I got to play at the inauguration for President Obama. There was a moment where they came backstage and they all kept touching the ears. They had the whole thing going, you know, with the communication. They started going through it, and they said, if a fire alarm goes off tonight, you know it's real because we've disarmed them all. So it's if it goes off, we've set it off. If chemicals are released into the building and all of a sudden we're like, whoa, like that's an option. That was the most intense security situation I'd ever been in.
When you're doing that sort of thing, you know, as you said, you've done inaugurations, the homecoming ball, you're on Kimmel, same night as the US president. Is there anything else that can top that?
Well, I mean, like to me, the highlights are definitely more like play music with, say, Neil Young or Willie Nelson. The politics, I mean, sometimes it overlaps like a Venn diagram or something, but the real highlights for me is when you get to meet a musical legend and then get to play some music together. Those are the big memories I kind of hold on to, for sure.
It's been more than 2 decades since Jack's debut album, Brushfire Fairy Tales, crashed onto the scene, made him one of the most exciting names in surf pop.
Seems to me that maybe pretty much always.
Did you have any inkling back then of what the career trajectory was going to be?
No, I think it's pretty easy to believe me when I say I had no idea that it would go to the places it did. I'd take the chance to thank Ben Harper. To be honest, like, I literally would not have had a music career without Ben Harper. We had met and become friends because I was a huge fan of his music, obviously, but he was a fan of the surf movies my friends and I were making. My job before this was, I was a cinematographer for surf films. So he came into the studio a couple of times when we were editing, and we used some of his music in our movies. We knew each other a little bit from that. And then he invited me to come on tour well before I was ever ready to. You know, it was more as like a favor to a friend. And to me, that was gonna be as high as it ever got. And then it just kept going. It was weird.
How big is the surfing for you today? Is it still a big feature of your life? Like, if you had to give one of the things up, is it the guitar or is it the surfboard? What's the pecking order?
No brainer. I mean, definitely give up the guitar if I had to. The guitar has always been more for like when the waves aren't that good or at nighttime. And I don't know, I was just born a surfer. Like, it's in my blood. It's kind of like all my friends are based on my friends I see out in the lineup and whatnot. So music too, though. I mean, I love it. Hopefully that choice is never going to have to come.
You have spent a fair amount of time in Australia. Any plans to get back here?
We are coming back soon. We're going to come back this year sometime to play music. We're looking forward to it. Gonna announce the exact dates really soon, but it'll be this year sometime.
Jack, congratulations on the new album. The music is beautiful. We hope that you'll come and see us in the studio when you do get to Australia. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, that'll be great. I appreciate you having me on. Thank you.
Lovely bloke. Jack's new record, Meet the Moonlight, is out now.